we're not immune to nights like this. No one in the league is. That's never the goal. A couple things I thought hurt us. We got a little sticky with our ball movement, which we've been pretty good with this year, and we didn't protect the rim very well in the first half, which is something that we have given up rim attempts at a decent clip this year, but we've been protecting it at an elite level. We didn't really do either tonight, and that really hurt us. It's all about our response coming up. We got a 2-game road trip coming up, and we can dig into those 2 ideas, how we can get better, and look forward to the challenge of getting after it in New York and Boston on the road trip. Any questions?
After the OKC game, you talked about the lessons you can learn from that game and the positives that you took from that game. Do you feel the same way about this one with regards to the second half rim protection that you had?
A little better. I think to start the fourth, we showed a little bit. I think we were 13-7 to start that quarter when they called the timeout. So we had a little bit more protection. You saw Alex get a couple shot blocks. We made a little bit of a push there, but too late in the game.
You also did a pretty good job of limiting their offensive rebounding. I know when shots are falling, it's easy enough to not give up offensive rebounds, but that's one of those things that you talked about focusing on coming into the season. What did you see that allowed you guys to put a body on somebody, especially late in that second half?
I think we can show we can be, when we're on, we can be a good rebounding team for sure. Those are the lessons that you can take away and move on to the next game, but we're going to dig into the film. We have practice tomorrow. And then we're going to get ready for this next trip and get ready to respond.
To your point about the ball movement, was it similar to OKC where the physicality and the hands they were putting on you limited the offense and got it a little stuck a few times, or was it just not making that extra pass?
I think I'd give them a little credit too. They were switching a little bit, which can cause you to get stagnant in your offense. That's the thing that they do well. We weren't getting to our next action and making that a concerted effort to do that. When we've done that, we've been pretty good this year, but we just didn't find that spark with there tonight.
What was it like trying to reverse the momentum there in the second quarter?
Yeah, our guys are stuck. The one thing I like about our group is they stuck together. They were trying to find solutions. You got to give them the credit, though. They put it on us a little bit, but our group was trying to find solutions and timeouts. They were staying connected to each other, so I'm always impressed with our group when that happens. You're going to have tough moments in the game and tough moments in the season. That's how you respond here going forward.
And how did it change the game, how Kyshawn got into foul trouble early?
I'm not sure it really changed it that much. He was scoring early, but our defense wasn't there early. So it's really our defense was not there, sharpness, protecting the rim, showing a crowd. When we did that in the second, a little bit the late third, start the fourth, our defense improved.
Coach, to Chase's last point, where do you think Kyshawn is in his journey to play without fouling defensively?
I'm not worried about Kyshawn, not at all.
With Bub, what are you seeing from him offensively in all aspects of the game?
This is a great opportunity. He's running the second unit, getting guys in position, getting on his offense. Things he always does well is he really pushes the pace and gets us organized. Now he's figuring out how to play with this unit. It's early in the year. We're still seeing different lineups, different combinations. We did some different rotations tonight, all normal stuff. But there's going to be opportunities for guys to grow in their roles as the season goes.
You talked about the rim protection. Obviously, Alex has been a huge part of that early in the year on a positive end. Was something missing from his game on that end tonight?
I think it was our whole group. It wasn't Alex. He's the last part of our protection. But you have to do that as a group. I thought we were too spread out on our shell. We weren't tight as we would have liked to have been tonight. Alex is always going to be the guy back there to clean it up, but we can't just count on him to be the whole defense.
You talked about how every team has games like this. How do you define games like this?
Games where you can't find your rhythm and you struggle in certain areas and then the game can shift quickly. We're just not immune to it. Never want it to happen. That's not the goal of basketball. But it's about the response. That's what it's going to be about.
With Bub, he drove downhill multiple times tonight, sometimes got the dump off to Bagley, but a lot of his finishes seemed to go awry. What did you see from him in that area of his game?
I like that he's attacking, like that he's aggressive. He's making dump-off passes. I thought a couple of these, to be honest, he got fouled on. Some of those contests, but I want him to be in that paint. I want him to make plays. I think he's doing a good job of that this year.
Going back to the comment you made about the lineups, the new lineups you did tonight, the young guys, Trey, Alex, Bub, Kyshawn, and Bilal played a little bit tonight.
Yep.
What did you think about that lineup? What did you see out there?
I thought they struggled a little bit in the first half. Just the rhythm of the game was off, but I thought they were really good in the start of the fourth quarter. We saw what that group was capable of. This, again, we're still learning the group, trying different lineups, see who works with who. And I thought they were really good in the fourth quarter.
What have you seen from Cam in his first season with the team so far?
I thought he was one of the guys that brought great energy tonight. He did a good job defensively on some of their guys, was attacking the rim. I was really pleased with him tonight.
The paint differential in the first half, second half, you only gave up 22 points compared to what you gave up in that first half.
Yeah.
What shifted for you all in trying to limit and tighten up that shell defense, as you mentioned?
Yeah, I think you just answered your own question. We were just tighter, showing crowds, making them shoot from the outside. We just didn't build a wall, build a crowd early in the game, and they were able to get easy baskets that built their confidence.
As you continue to try and stack your days and stack habits and build those habits consistently, does that give you a positive outlook, knowing that when you can make that adjustment, have that conversation, whether it's quarter break or halftime, they're hearing it and they're trying to implement it right away in real time?
The one thing that's great about this group is this is a coachable group. This is a group that wants to get better. They take feedback great. They have feedback too during the games for each other. They knew that we saw some stuff at halftime that we could make an adjustment on. They did that, but we got to do that for longer, and that's what we're going to respond on the next game.
With Keyshawn's foul trouble, what are the steps for him to try and balance some of the aggression he plays with on defense, getting steals and blocks, but also trying to keep himself in games?
I want him to be aggressive. I want him to be physical. I think he went through some of that last year, but the refs are going to learn that about our team, that we're going to be physical, aggressive, and they'll make adjustments to how we play and how he plays as they get to know him. So I got no issue with what Keyshawn's doing. I love his aggressiveness.
Usually, when do you see that adjustment by the referees happen? How long does it take for players to get that respect?
I think he got it halfway through the year last year, to be honest. He figured it out, and they figured him out.
Has he not figured it out so far this year? He's got
sometimes this is just the game. Like, the game's going to give you different challenges. I think all these things are good. How do you learn to play with foul trouble? That's going to be part of it. You're going to have these things in big games, big playoff games. How do you deal with that? How do you play through that? Because you're going to have those things. Every player who's a great player in this league has gone through that. These are not no different for him. So how do you learn to play through foul trouble? How do you learn to be aggressive, pick your spots? I've been very impressed with how he's dealing with that, and he'll continue to grow that.
Just got to be better. That's it. More discipline and just play without fouling.
How hard is it as a young player to really give it your all on the court and not be able to play in the latter stages of games because of the fact that you're in foul trouble?
It's frustrating, but ultimately it's like the ref is going to call a foul if he sees a foul. I just got to learn how to play without fouling and get better at that.
We saw you guarding Wagner. I mean, obviously it's been a trend for you this year, guarding some of the better players in the league, Giannis, Anthony Davis. What are you learning as you're going up against those types of players?
The physicality that it brings, constant pressure that they put on the rim, on the defense, trying to get you on their heels as much as possible, and, yeah, just being super aggressive with that part.
And then tonight, the second quarter, things really got away from you guys. What allowed them to capture the momentum and not really give it back?
Well, I think it's us. Our energy dropped a little bit. I don't know. We started thinking about different stuff rather than our job that we had to do, which is play defense, grab the rebound, and push the ball, put the ball in the hoop, and then play defense again, grab the rebound, and just keep playing. We started thinking a little bit, and, yeah, we just need to lock into not even the details, just the simple stuff, doing our job and playing basketball.
Key, I know last season you had mentioned wanting to be, a high-level two-way player. As much as we see the defense continuing to rise, the offense, as Bijan said, continues to rise, how much energy does it take to exert with the type of players you're guarding on the defensive end, but then being able to still have an impact on the offensive end? Where are you finding that energy for yourself?
We have a deep team. Nobody's going to play 45 minutes. Just go out there, give it your all, do as best as you can, and get your rest on the bench. That's it.
From a defensive mindset, I know you talk about doing the little things and just being more disciplined. How much is it when it comes to the defense? Do you look back at the conversations you may have had with Marcus Smart of angling yourself, knowing when to be aggressive with your hands, not to be aggressive, but also to utilizing your size and your strength to your advantage to make it uncomfortable, but not put you in that whistle area that the refs might call it on you?
I think I'm still in the course of establishing myself. I just need to pick up from the jump my intensity, and I think the refs are just going to get used to it. And then when it comes up to when the players are going up for the shot, just being smart, getting my hands out of there, and just doing my best like that, and just being smart, not picking up stupid fouls.
You talked about the discipline. When you look back on the fouls that you got today, are there any that you look back on and you say that's where the discipline wasn't there?
My second one with Wagner, could have got the ball on that one. Didn't need a swipe. I'm okay with my 2 offensive fouls. What was my second to last one? Oh, my last one. Yeah, my last one I grabbed him. I mean, just, yeah, 1 foul actually. The other ones I just fouled, to be honest. I just got to be smarter with that.
BK talked about he felt like you started getting the respect of referees midway through last year. Do you feel like you've gotten the respect of referees and kind of the benefit of the doubt when it comes to the calls?
Well, I'm averaging, 5.5 fouls a game this season. I'm just trying to get a stop at the end of the day, regardless if I have the benefit of the doubt or not. I just try to play basketball and not focus on that type of things. I do feel that, they kind of expect me to be an aggressive defender, but I just need to get stops without fouling.
When you talk about, everyone's playing 25 minutes, go out there and play your role, do you feel like you guys did that tonight?
Spurts. We just got to be able to do it the whole time we're on the floor.
What do you think Cam has added to the offense this season so far?
His physicality, his relentless to get to the rim. He's a super aggressive guy. Just got to be able, as a team, to find him in his cuts. He's a very good cutter. You could throw him lobs. And, yeah, just add another weapon to the tool.
You had a bucket in the thank you. You had a bucket in the first quarter where you caught in transition, and you kind of lowered your shoulder into Wagner, and you really used your physicality to muscle your way into the paint in transition. It's not the first time you've done that this season. Is that move specifically something you worked on in the offseason?
Yeah, just being physical, using my size, my strength that I've been working on all off-season, and just being able to, just use my size against the defenders, use momentum to get them off of me and just get an easy layup.
Have you noticed in the weight room, like, I can bench slightly more than I could last year, anything like that?
I just feel stronger in general. The way I move is different. I feel stronger on my legs. And, it's just going to keep getting better from there.